Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Eli here from BrickMe Studios. So today, as you can see, I'm going to be ranking all of the Marvel modulars. So I will not be including any of the ones from the main creator or icons themes. So none of those other 19. I won't be including anything from Ninjago either. So none of that. Only Marvel modulars today. Yeah, so I decided to do this video because I got some really good feedback on my last one when I ranked the 19 just normal series modulars from icons or creator, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So yeah, I got some great feedback on that, so I decided to do this because I thought some people might like to hear my thoughts on this. So I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible. I'm gonna try to be not. I'll try to not put my personal opinion in this too much. I'll try to be somewhat objective, just to give you the best ranking that I can. Although there will be, of course, some preference just in this because it's just. I mean, that's the way it works, and I'm not going to claim that my ranking of this is the best or better than other people's. And obviously, I really like all of these. I currently have two of them. I currently have the Daily Bugle and the Avengers Tower. So I hope all you guys like my ranking, and just know that I probably don't have the best opinion on this, and you guys have your own too. So don't take what I say here too seriously, but buy the ones that you guys like. So I'm gonna start us off here, and first I have the X-Men, the X-Mansion. So I really like this set. I'm just gonna go right off saying I really like this set. I do not own this set. I'm planning on getting this set, but yeah, I do not currently own this set, but I have seen many reviews, and I do really like the set. I like the way it looks on the outside here. I think it's really good, a good display piece. I think it can look good in your city, but more on that later on how you integrate it and stuff. But yeah, so I think, yeah, from appearance, just right here, right off the bat, it looks good. I think you get a pretty good minifigure selection here. I think there's pretty good detail on the outside. Nothing crazy, nothing insane going on. But from right off the bat, I'm just going to say I don't love the fact that there are only 2 stories on this building. I don't know. It's like it's really small when you compare it to other modular buildings that are out. It just seems very small. I'm trying to see if I can. Doesn't look. Yeah, they don't have it sized up to anything. But yeah, just even the basic modulars, just in the normal icon series or whatever, like those are normally a lot taller than this. I don't know. This modular just seems it's on the small side, and then also like in the show that they're basing the set off of, what they're basing it off of very heavily, that mansion actually has 3 stories. So I don't know. I kind of wish that there was another story, but although that would just make the price go up, and I don't know, that's like it's already expensive. So I mean, they had to make some reduction here in the amount of pieces that they're using to make it not go just too above the price threshold for so many people, which I do understand. That I just wish that it could have been taller and that it could have had a 3rd floor. I don't know, my personal preference. But yeah, so on to more stuff. We can go on to the inside. So I think that there are some great interiors in this set. Like the danger room, for instance. I love this room. This might be my favorite room. It's just packed, jammed packed with detail and pieces. I love the way it looks. Yeah, great room. Maybe one of the best interiors in any modular building, I'd say. Uh, onto another interior. Here we have the Cerebro room here. I don't love the way that they did this. I wish that they could have made room somehow to make this a better room, like making it bigger and not just like kind of shoving like this in like the corner over here. I wish that they could have made room to make it more what it's like in the show and the movies and stuff, where there's like this whole big room dedicated to this. But obviously with this limited space, there's just not really room for that, and that just, I don't know, that doesn't work out super great in my opinion. So that's another reason for making there be another floor, because then they definitely could have dedicated more room to this. Yeah, but it's not terrible. I don't have a big problem with that. And also I'm not as concerned about interior as exterior. I care a little bit more about exterior, which we'll talk a little bit more about exterior later. But yeah, I'm not super happy with this room. But yeah, this room I think is really cool. This little I think this is the classroom here. Again, I don't own this set. Yeah, this is the classroom here. Back to the danger room again. There are obviously. Let me see if we can see any other interiors here. They really don't show many interiors. Yeah, but interior maybe does lack a little bit in some areas. But yeah, just from my memory, I can name a few other things. I get like there's a bedroom. I really like the bedroom that is in it. Some people have a problem with there only being two beds, but honestly, I'm completely fine with that. I wouldn't even if they did have more space, I wouldn't want them to dedicate more room just for a bedroom. That seems rather ridiculous, since they could just put in so many better things like a bigger room for Cerebro and stuff like that. Like, yeah, so I'm good with that. I like the bedroom, and there's other good rooms as well that I'm not going to get into right now, especially since Lego doesn't seem to have any other pictures of that in here. But one other thing that I just want to mention before I move on, and as to why I put this as number 4, is that let me see if I can get a good okay, here we go. So right here, as you can see, this modular is pushed back very, very far. So when it is up against other modulars, it just looks really wonky, because the other modular buildings are pushed up way higher on the base plate. So this is pushed back really far, and this modular is also short. So when you place it up against other modular buildings, it just it doesn't look like it's in place, at least for me anyway. I don't know. It seems a little bit weird. So if I were to get this building, I want to put it in a place where it's not right up against other modular buildings. So I think it just looks odd to me. I don't love the way that it looks. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm planning on putting it next to, or not really next to anything, not right up against anything, because I don't want it to look wonky like that. But yeah, so that's the other problem I have with it. I mean, I kind of get what they were doing here. They wanted to have that open space so you could play and put the Sentinel in the front here. And hey, I mean, that's great. I think you kind of have to pick your battles on some of this stuff. But yeah, so that's a problem for me. Also, there only being 2 floors and how short it is, that's a little bit another problem for me. And the Cerebro thing, I mean, I could tell you he could relieve it really, but that's just another nitpick that I have with this set, and I'm kind of like, well, I kind of wish that they could do something better with that. But yeah, there's other good interiors though. I mean, like, oh shoot, yeah, like over here we have like there's like I really like this like these books over here, and yeah, I don't know. There's some good interiors. I'd say the Cerebro thing is really the only one that I have a big problem with at all. Yeah, so that's about all I have to say for this one. So we can move on to number 3, which I put Sanctum Sanctorum at number 3. So right off the bat, I think just from this angle right here, it looks great. Like what else is there to ask for really? I mean, it's the Sanctum Sanctorum. I think it's built very nice. I like the color tones. Yeah, it all seems right. It's accurate to movies, shows, comics, what have you. I think yeah, from this angle it looks great. Um and minifigures, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like crazy about the minifigure selection here. It's not. I think the minifigure selection here is much less good than the X Mansion, but I'm not heavily ranking these modulars as much on the minifigure side of things because I mean that's not the building. It is part of the set. It is a big part of the set, but yeah, not as big of a deal for me anyway. But yeah, so minifigure selection here may be a bit lacking. I think it's at least less good than the X Mansion minifigure selection, but it's still very cool. So let me see. Let me go to interior. I think the first floor it looks great. I love the staircase, the chair on the side here. I think it all looks very good. I mean, it is a little bit weird though. Basically, the whole room is like just dedicated to the staircase here. It is a little, but I mean, there's only so much room. And I don't really, and I don't really know what else you would have put there. I guess really not a whole bunch. I guess maybe some other small details, but yeah. So I mean, I'm overall fine with what they did with that there. And here on the second floor, we have all of the books of this little library section here. I think this looks great. I think that this piece that they built in here popping out into the library area looks fantastic, and I like that you can reposition it to point outward outside of the building. That's cool. Also, the third story is maybe the most lacking, but there's just a bunch, but there is a bunch of small details in here that are cool. But yeah, maybe probably my least favorite floor, all in all. But then I'd say one of the biggest problems here is let me find a good picture. Okay, here. So you can see on the side here, if you place that side up next to, if you place this side up next to another modular building, there will be a giant gap in between those two buildings, and it definitely does not look very good. I wish that they could have put some, like just a wall there. The whole alleyway there just doesn't look great if you put this up to another building, which you very likely are going to. I mean, maybe it's just, maybe you do just put this over on this side, on the right side here, but again, maybe not. So, I don't know. I don't love that they did that. I just wish that they could have just filled in that spot, just lengthened the wall out, and so then you're not seeing all that alley space. Because I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it does look a little bit weird in a lot of cases, and I don't really think it adds really anything too great. But yeah, so I don't really per se love that. But yeah, again, the set it looks very nice. Like obviously on display here, yeah, if you're not putting it up against any modular buildings, you're not going to have any problem, which a lot of people don't actually have a city where they're putting them up, where they're putting all their modular buildings up against each other. So very likely you might not even have that problem. So for the average person, like it's fine because you don't have a city like me, so you're not trying to think about all of that, so that's just not a big problem for you. So yeah, so not maybe a big problem for you. It would be for me depending on where I'm placing it, maybe. But yeah, all in all, this I love just like the way it looks right here. Like that looks great. I love the way that this looks. Um, but yeah, again, yeah, minifigure selection may be lacking a little bit. Don't like the alleyway thing. But other than those two things, I think interior is solid, and I think the exterior looks absolutely amazing. So great modular. So on to number two, I put the Daily Bugle, and I own this set, so I hope to not be biased towards this set, but I absolutely love this set. I think it looks great. Minifigure selection, I think, is all in all pretty good. Nothing like absolutely crazy, but I think there are definitely some great minifigures here. I love the details that they put in here like I'm trying to zoom in, but it won't. There we go. Okay, yeah. So the details like the like Green Goblin popping out from the Daily Bugle, I think that looks really good. It really breaks up some of the gray in this, because obviously this is a plain set, which I don't have a problem with necessarily, because the plainness and just the gray, it works for the set. And they have like the billboards and all like the colorful minifigures that break it up, and also the fire escape over here, and also like whatever this is called, Spider-Man's like buggy or something. I don't, whatever this spider mobile or whatever thing is called. But yeah, so I think that I really like the way it looks, and obviously for the Daily Bugle, I mean, like it looks just right. I mean, like if you look at like shows or comics, I mean, I feel like this is about what you're seeing. Yeah, if you look kind of just at the classic comic look, I think that that's about what they go for. Yeah, so I think the outside looks great to me. I think it's just a really good skyscraper building look to me. I think it would like and it goes really anywhere in a city. Like you could put this up against like anything, and I think it would look good. It just blends in really nice with everything. And then interiors, yeah, I like the interior on all of it. All of the floors are nice and tiled off. Yeah, and most of it's just like office space, but it all looks very good. I mean, some of it's a little bit more plain, but still really good. I really like this room. There's some really nice detail in here. And then again, billboards, I think that was really cool. They are sticker elements, which is a little annoying, but obviously they're not going to be able to print out all those. That would make this set absurdly expensive. It's already not cheap. So yeah, and then again, minifigure selection I think is really good. I really like the Daily Bugle sign here. It just really pops in your city and stuff. And then alleyway back here I think looks nice, like the dumpsters. Yeah, here's the lobby area, really cool. Like this, oh, I'm blinking right now. Really like this vending machine. It looks really cool. And yeah, so just great details all in all. I think the plainness of this building just, I don't know, it works, but it's also not that plain. I mean, there are definitely a lot of details going on within the building. Uh, and yeah, so and just there's great features all in all, like right here where Spider-Man webbed his backpack to the wall, like so there's like a backpack behind that web right here. I think that looks really awesome. I love that they added that. Just I don't know, all the cool things, or like this like bird nest up here, or I really like this water tower. That looks great. Yeah, or this cell phone tower or whatever. This yeah, I think that looks great. Yeah, so all in all, great details. I love the way it looks from the outside. It just yeah, it looks really good, and I think really anyone would like the building experience. It was really fun when I built this. I cannot really give any feedback on any of the on the other two sets prior to this, because I mean, I haven't built those, but yeah, so this great building experience too. But yeah, I really like the way it looks. I love Spider-Man, so that probably plays in a little bit with me ranking this above the other two. But yeah, let's hope I'm not putting my love of Spider-Man and of just building this building too much into my ranking. But although this is a personal review, so don't take it too seriously. So on to number one, I have the Avengers Tower at number one. So I don't know. I feel like it looks really good. I think just one of the things that just impresses me the most is just all the shapings, all the curves that they put into this building. Like this curve right here, I love that. I love the way they achieve that, or this curve like all along here, and then oops, and then also this curve up here. I love that. And then also with the Daily Bugle, just like the posability of all the minifigures on this, it looks great. And then I also do love that, I don't know, the Avengers Tower is a little bit less plain than the Daily Bugle, and to me, I think it's a little bit more impressive. That's one of the reasons why I rated this higher on my list. Yeah, and I think the minifigure selection here is also solid. You get some definitely really good minifigures, quite a few exclusive ones as well. Yeah, and this thing is just giant. It was really fun to put together. And yeah, there are definitely some really, really good interior, like Iron Man's little workshop armory area. I do wish that they could have put in a couple more suits in here, maybe. I feel like that could have looked cool if there was like a little armory in here, but I still really like the way it looks. Um, I would say one problem that I do have with the interior is this area, like the cell in here. So that was never in the Avengers Tower. That's not a thing. That was a scene from the Helicarrier, which Hulk was the one that. So this cell was made for Hulk, which obviously, I mean, Loki was in there too. But yeah, this wouldn't even fit Hulk actually. It's like, I don't know. That's a little stupid, I guess, in my opinion. But yeah, and there's just no reason why this should be in the Avengers Tower. I just wish that they would have dedicated this to like something else. I don't like anything else, anything that actually would have been in the Avengers Tower, because this is just incorrect. So I don't like that. Yeah, that's my biggest problem. I just don't know why they chose to do that. I mean, I think it looks good. It's just like it shouldn't be in there. But yeah, so I would say really that's my only problem, and it's not a big deal, but it's just like I just don't know why they chose to do that. It's like, as I said before, I think it still looks good. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, and over here, yeah, this comes off really nicely, and there's some also great details, like a great lobby in here. This like Captain America fight scene. I really like that. The broken glass over here, and the little balcony thing, or bridge, whatever, that like they were fighting on, then fell off of. I think that was really cool. And there's a little area up here with like a couch and stuff. Let me see if there's any pictures of it. Probably not. Yeah, there's not really any pictures. But yeah, there's like, yeah, but up here there's like a little like there's like a table in here, and kind of just like a hangout area. And obviously this for like the Quinjet, this like little landing pad. It looks pretty cool. And the Quinjet is pretty sick. It's obviously really small and stuff, but I think it gets the job done for what it is really. And this mini build of the Leviathan, I think, looks really cool. It's a solid build for sure. And yeah, so all in all, it's a really good set. It makes I don't know, it makes a big imprint on your city if you have a city. It's absolutely giant. It towers above all of the other buildings, and I think, and it looks great in my city and where it is in my city, and I think it would look great in any city, in my opinion. And also, just by itself, it looks great. Like as you can see right here, or over here, like in the background here, like that looks great just by itself. As you can see, just like on display here, it makes a great display piece too. and I feel like this is definitely a modular where, like, if you have it by itself, like, it stands out. Like, everyone who's coming over to your house is going to be like, wow, that's awesome, that's gigantic. And they'll probably ask, how much did that cost? And then they're going to say it's overpriced, which, yeah, actually, about the price, I mean, the price I think is pretty fair. I mean, you get like a ton of minifigures here. Um, but yeah, the prices on all of these, I'd say they're all pretty expensive. I mean, comparatively to the non-licensed modular buildings, which is just to be expected. But yeah, so pricing on this, I think they're all pretty similar. The X Mansion is definitely the most overpriced. I mean, that said, is maybe just it's like a little bit overpriced, but I think the other three are are pretty solid. Yeah, so the X Mansion being a little overpriced, that added to my ranking it a little bit lower too. I mean, not a big deal, but like, yeah, it's just it makes it less appealing, obviously. Yeah, so Avengers Tower, great set. I fully recommend it. I recommend all of these. I think they're all really, really good sets. But yeah, but I think that about concludes this ranking of all four of the Marvel modulars. So yeah, I hope that you guys like this video, and yeah, and I hope that you guys have fun building any of these if you decide to, and I hope that this ranking helped you maybe on deciding which one you wanted, or yeah, or I just hope you just enjoyed this video just to like watch in your leisure time or whatever it may be. So yeah, I think that about wraps up this video. So thank you so much for coming on by, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay tuned on our newest stuff, and don't forget to hit that bell button on your way out. So I will see you in the next one.